Okay, so before the real video starts, I need to give a very quick update. Apparently, I was really overdue for a little bit of a Christmas break because I've been messing up left, right, and center with posting videos. Like the entire UPC series was supposed to go out before Christmas. I had them all edited and uploaded, and I thought I'd all scheduled them, but apparently I didn't schedule the last two. And then when I found that out a couple days ago, I put what I thought was the last one live, the final haul of everything I got out of the UPC. And then upon closer inspection, I noticed that I'd also forgotten to publish the Destined Rivals ripping sesh. So these two parts are going to be out of order. I'm not going to bother with taking the other one down. I'm just going to put them in the right order in the playlist. But know that this video feeds into the video that I posted 2 days ago. So you will be able to see the Destined Rivals hits as I got them. But if you saw the previous video, you will have already seen them. So yeah, hopefully that's the end of me being scatterbrained. I have one more video coming up where I was also a little bit of a noob. But hey, this is all new to me. I'm making a couple mistakes. But I'm also having a lot of fun and learning by doing. So yeah, a lot more stuff coming up in the pipeline. And I won't bother you any further. So enjoy the Destined Rivals hits. Yeah, so after this ripping sesh, we will have opened 720 packs. So that's 20 booster boxes worth. And on average, you get an SIR every 2 booster boxes approximately. So that means we should have had around 10 SIRs. And we are at 3 so far. Now, we do have this ripping sesh left. But yeah, out of 160 packs, you can expect 2. And we're due 7. At least that's how it works in my mind. So it's going to be a big day for us. Because we're going to get an SIR every 20 packs. Isn't that amazing? All jokes aside, we do need a little bit of heat. In order to remotely stand a chance of breaking even on the ridiculous scalper costs that I incurred in buying these 40 boxes. Now, luckily, Destined Rivals has a lot of big, cool chase cards. And it's also just an extremely fun set to open. So, yeah, let's get into it and wish me luck. I like the video I made for Journey Together a lot better than the ones before. So it was a little bit, shorter and sweeter and snappier. Instead of being like 40 or 50 minutes long. So I'll probably stick to that format where I'll do first and last pack. And otherwise just focus on the big hits. I do like the, let me turn the lights up a little. It's getting dark very early. What I did like about the longer format videos is to kind of just ramble a little bit and, share about the things that are on my mind or things that I'm considering for the channel or, just to kind of sharpen my own thinking a little bit. But I noticed that in the second video, because I'm recording like one every day or two, well, you don't magically have a new hour of stuff to discuss, right? Of relevant Q&A or, whatever else might be on my mind. So I think these ripping sesh vids should be a little bit more edited. And whenever I really have something to say, then I will obviously say it. And then when I have a lot of stuff on my mind, or content, if you will, then I will make a longer video, which will kind of function more like a hangout. And then I can just share away without the pressure necessarily of having to do that every time. Why isn't the camera focusing on this back side now? Yeah, okay, there we go. Let's put you over here. Okay, so we have a lot of big cards. Obviously the Mewtwo is the big chase. But we also have the Moltres and the Crobat and the Nidoking. And I know there's a few others. Hey, not the Moltres, but still a very nice card. Alright, I know it's not worth anything, but this Articuno is fucking gorgeous. This is one of the coolest, like, normal cards I've seen in ages. I'm just gonna leave it up for a second. Articuno is underrated. It's got some great, understated artworks. The old Articuno promos as well. I'll put them on the screen. I think they just hit different, man. There we go. Well, it's not an SIR, but it is a very cool card. Almost SIR worthy. I think it's her Garchomp, right? That's the SIR. For Cynthia, good old Cynthia. We haven't hit much yet, so hopefully this turns our luck a bit. Well, that is not a bad card either. I think all the hits have been, accumulating. They must all be in these next couple of packs. Okay. Like one thing about opening these packs like degenerately quick and only going for the chase is that you're always kind of a little scared to miss something. And now these packs are quite reliable. But for example, I think with 151 you could have like the double bangers where you got like potentially 2 hits in a pack. And if you're too quick on the trigger, then you could definitely miss something. So I should be a little bit careful because, you think you're gonna sort through the bulk later, but once you start that process, you're just making up excuses ASAP. Arvin's Greedent. What's that doing these days? Not a lot. Oh well. It's the Mabostiff. That's the bigger card. For Arvin. But we are, ramping up a little bit. Seeing a little heat slowly build up. So, if we keep going like this, it's so much coping. Sometimes Pokemon can be so much fun and you're just getting hit after hit. And sometimes you're just constantly coping, which is what this experiment has been like, because you would expect some like reasonable odds to average out on a 20 booster box sample size, but it's not that big in Pokemon terms, right? If you expect 10 SIRs out of that, then that's quite a small data set. Obviously, if you do like, I don't know, 2,000 booster boxes, it's probably quite likely that you'll get your 1,000 SIRs, or at least thereabouts. The way you do 20, getting 5 or 6 instead of 10 is unfortunately very, very possible. This is such a cool card in my opinion. I don't know why. Usually I'm not that into like those kind of cityscape kind of cards, like the Miraidon kind of art style. But I do really like this one. And let's see if we give it a good spot. Is it our best card so far? Or no, it's not even that good. The Mewtwo. Ha! The alternate art Mewtwo is this one is our best one so far. That's crazy. Well, you see it now with the Charizard as well, Phantasmal, right? It's like that full art Charizard, the normal secret rare, if you will, and does better than most of the non-Zard SIRs. So yeah, chase is a chase. And now I think this will be our new best card. Nice. I also I like so much in this set. That's kind of what's awesome about Destined Rivals, which is also why it's highly sought after, I think. It's quite a lot of, Gen 1, Gen 2 Pokemon. It's relatively cool trainers, like Misty is always good. Giovanni is always good. So you're just getting cool Pokemon, cool trainers, cool artworks. Sets like these are just so much more fun to pull than, at least for me, it's a lot more fun than many of the later gens where I don't know, just basically don't recognize many of the Pokemon. And oftentimes think the artwork is so-so. Hey, there we go. Now that is a bigger hit. And let's see. That's looking pretty good as well. Left, right is basically perfectly centered. Might be a smidge bottom halfy, but I think this is worth sending in. Nice. Our first, good card that is also somewhat properly centered out of almost 20 booster boxes. Insane. Especially Journey Together. That centering was horrendous. And it sounds like I'm probably just bitching all the time, but I don't know, man. It's called an Ultra Premium collection, so make it Ultra Premium. Time to retire. Good old Articuno. Rocket's wheezing. And back to back. That's more like it. I mean, all these artworks feel to me like they should all be like $50 cards, but I think these are just like the lesser illustration rares. Probably just a few bucks each, but it's like the same with some of these. Like, for example, Gem Pack 2, which is the Chinese booster box with all the evolutions. Like, most of those cards are, dirt cheap. It's mainly the big artworks, right? The people... 3 back-to-back. Now we are starting to get somewhere. I knew you were gonna do it for us, Destined Rivals. Let's see. Also pretty good centering. Nice, nice, nice. The evolutions, yeah. So most of the cards in there are worthless, right? But they're all evolutions and they're all holographic. So every pack still kind of feels like you're pulling something awesome. Even though it's like low value, it's just such a fun ripping experience. Whereas, I don't know, something like Prismatic Evolutions for me was a shit ripping experience. I got no hits, and you're only really chasing the SIR evolutions, and the rest is just quite boring. So then, if there's nothing there beyond that, it kind of just sucks. Rapidash. Let's see. What should we replace? Maybe the Crobat, since we have the SIR one now. Wow. A Golden Tower. Like, this is a perfect example of one of those cards that you should probably never grade, because who cares? Like, okay, it's also off-centered. Like, it's very bottom heavy. Don't know if you can see it because of the gold. So I wouldn't grade it anyway, but this card I think is like almost 20 bucks because it's rare and, you know, people want to complete this set. But who would want this in a PSA 10, right? It's just very uncollectible. I mean, someone might be going for like a Destined Rivals PSA 10 master set or something. I mean, there's always one or two crazy people out there. But yeah. Generally speaking, very ungradable, very uncollectible card. It's kind of the same thing. But that's one of the main issues with these golden cards. Like this Mewtwo, that's awesome because people will like it because it's a Mewtwo. But so many of these gold cards are just like, trainers with the same artwork, but then gold. And yeah, people don't care much for them. It's an artificial kind of rarity or scarcity layer on top of the master set, which is why I like the Mega era approach a lot better, where there's less golden cards, only one or two in a set, but they are actually very cool, like the chase cards. So Dragonite, Charizard, Lucario, God of War, you name it. I'll probably see Gengar. There's rumors of Rayquaza. I mean, this whole era is awesome. Like, it hurts to consider buying a bit of everything. But Mega Dream, or Ascended Heroes, if you will, I mean, that card list, it looks so good. And, you know, the idea of a Rayquaza set still coming up or something like that is just, I don't know. It's going to be highly collectible. I think we haven't seen a insane Rayquaza chase in a long time. So that would probably break the TCG is already broken. And people are getting their favorite chases. I mean, the current Gengar, that's a Mega Dream. I mean, it's awesome. It's great for Gengar fans. Hey, there we go. Now that's a good card, or at least relatively good. Like, I cut out most of the dry spells, but we just came off a big dry spell. And old Ethan here just broke it for us. Like, I think you can see that most of the background, at least the cheap hits, has changed. But we haven't had a big one in a good while. Now we're back in the game. I think I'm looking at the last 25 packs or so. So that's really funny because normally you only get a Mewtwo like one in every couple hundred packs, but apparently today we're getting two in only 25 packs. So yeah, ain't that something? Hey. Come on, baby. Nope. Hey, this is probably my favorite card from the set. And I have graded it once before. And I showed it on this channel and it got a 9. Now, unfortunately, this feels like another 9. But who knows? I'll check it out in depth. Damn, we are getting a little bit of heat here at the end. A couple big cards and a very short notice. We got the Typhlosion, the Psyduck, and now Ethan's Adventure. It does have a dink at the top. Can you see it? It's right there. Not sure if I can get it to focus. You can see it, right? So, not worth sending off, but still a really nice card. I'm usually not a fan of these kind of adventure type cards. This one doesn't look too bad. Probably is also my personal preference for older gem Pokemon. Shaymin. Still no top 5 cards. Like, the set has definitely not mistreated us. Like, this is by far the best session I've had so far. And I was kind of expecting it, although I did see a lot of people say that the Phantasmal pull rates were pretty good. Well, not in my case. But Destin is really holding down the fort. But yeah, no luck yet with any of the kind of really, really big hitters. The Moltres, the Nidoking, what is it, Garchomp, Ho-Oh, and Mewtwo, of course. And we are moving towards the final 3 packs, so it is kind of now or never. I checked it back in the previous video, and there was a card upside down there as well. But I think it's just the kind of the insane printing numbers that they've done, because these cases were sealed and they were in the original cases, and then they were in the original, shipping cases, yada yada yada. So it's very unlikely that any of this has been tampered with. These are just genuine supply chain mistakes, which obviously also happen. Not everything is immediately a scam, but it still doesn't feel great when you see an upside down card in a pack. Okay, last pack, and the artwork is hopefully doing a bit of foreshadowing. Let's do it properly and see if we can get even luckier. Like, I'm not gonna complain. The session has been good. Too bad, just a normal EX. All right, let me get everything cleaned up and I'll show you how we did. I top loaded everything, sorted it. Let's see how we did. Normal EXs first. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33 out of 160 packs. Yeah, so that's 1 in 5-ish. So that's better than expected. I think that's been the conclusion for every EX stack so far. So maybe EX drop rates are just a little bit higher than what I remember from previous eras. The illustration rares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So remember the 17. And then on to the full arts and the SIRs. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So that's exactly 1 in 5. Also better than I was expecting. So yeah, Destined Rivals has done pretty well for us. By far the best set. I'm gonna show you everything basically that we pulled out of all the 4 sets. So out of the entire haul of 40 Mega Charizard UPCs, I'm gonna scrape the bottom of the barrel to see what might be worth sending in. Maybe there's a few cards where 9 wouldn't be such a bad thing value-wise. So I'm just going to see, every little nook and cranny. See if we can squeeze some value out of our pools. And then I'll show you what we're sending off. So thanks for sticking with me. And see you in the next video when we wrap up the entire kind of ripping part of this series and send off our cards to PSA. See you then.